this so they can hear you. Panelists, can you hear her?
Let me unlock it. I figured it out. Yep. You thought we were doing something? No.
I thought y'all was cheating.
No, we weren't cheating.
I don't trust you.
What?
How was it, guys?
Amazing.
Was it?
I got a lot.
Honestly speaking,
You did well. I think that sometimes you couldn't hear yourself. So then sometimes it was pitchy.
Yeah.
But most of the time you were on.
How did
I
you?
definitely could not hear myself.
You couldn't hear yourself at all.
Not at all. But there were, especially when I do the lower stuff, I could not hear myself. It's different doing sound check when you don't have a monitor, because I did sound check and I was fine, but the room was empty.
Yeah.
So then now the room is full. There's blocking the speaker.
And then the speaker that you're talking on is coming from the back.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's okay. It's perfect.
What is going on?
I heard everything.
Okay, good.
Do you know how to turn off the auto lock for the phone, you know?
You gotta disable the passwords.
You have to disable passwords?
Yeah.
What?
Because it's gonna or
Okay.
It's okay.
Take it.
I'll keep
My password is like this. My password is like this. 985050. 985050. It's quite literal. It's like
985050.
Yeah.
Okay, what am I looking at?
You're going to the Zoom app.
There it is.
Yeah, there you go.
What's up, y'all? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hey, what's good?
Both of you? I didn't know. Great. Okay, so we're about to go on.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, are they on the TV right now? Are they ready to be on the TV? Yeah, I feel really good.
You feel good because you're doing good. You're doing good. I give you, I was like, okay, I can do the Sudanese one, but let me just.
No, it was perfect.
Change it up.
Who's all? Eden and Lily. They're the other two panelists. Yeah.
They shouldn't be here.
They're not in the city.
76?
78. I'm gonna need water out there. Okay, this is gonna look trashy.
When is it going to start? When is it going to start?
Alright. Alcohol mixed with water. No, it's fine.
it's on there, but it's very spotty.
It's spotty?
Tuck in and out.
I'm good. Apparently this is a little bit spotty right now.
You're working. I'll talk to you later. You're working.
It's a little bit spotty right now, right?
Turn up your camera.
Oh,
Yeah, they can see you just.
I got it. So when you, I don't know if Julia told you already, but when you you're, like when you shout out, like you do the Black Excellence thing, but do another one where you shout out Black Excellence and shout out and be like, oh, we got Shaboy in the building. Selling t-shirts and then invite him to say you're talking about it. You can do it now. Shaboy, are you ready? Yeah. Okay, so he's gonna introduce you now. You want to? I that's how I had it planned. Talk about your shit, you know? Yeah. Okay. Everything is right behind. Panelists, I'm gonna go. I put a water bottle there. And I felt like the water bottle was weird. Or maybe give me a glass. It's just like, give me a glass Just water. Just water. You want a water bottle? The water bottle is for me. A glass of water. Oh, for me. Oh, for everyone. A water bottle. A glass of water. No, honestly, take it out. Take it out. Water. If it's ready to go, ready to go.
What's your name, Sequoia?
Let's get started. Sequoia. No, this is what after the panel. Yeah. I told them already, don't worry. What?
Don't put it on your back. Why?
Looks bad. Yeah, that's why I put it on. Am I going to look like a teacher?
Yeah, come on. Give me the mic.
So I'm going to leave after the panel. Hi, David. How are you? I'm good. Are you enjoying yourself?
See, that's enough. Some people want to come on the stage and feel my shine. But you don't care. But Mom, please. Because I need people to know. Ladies and gentlemen, right here is Mama Mad. It is her birthday tonight. I want you guys to one time. Happy birthday, Mama Mad. We love you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mama. Happy birthday to you. I'm so sorry, y'all. We're trying to get this on the road. Galila.
Just a heads up, so the panel, I'm gonna get one shot from there. Just because we didn't have enough SD cards, but then it's a very, very good.
Oh my God. You're leaving? Oh! How are you? I'm okay. Thanks, yeah, I've been trying to kind of like make it a semi-signature look. And I've done it a few times already, so yeah. Okay. Thank you. I'm so happy to see I don't know. I honestly like they're all here. Hi everybody. They're all here, but we need to start, you know? So I don't know. Can we start?
All right, ladies and gentlemen. DJ.
All right, so we're about to start.
Excellent. I know Africans.
Awesome.
You guys want to discuss
Great.
business meeting anywhere, anyhow, because I'm African. But please have a seat. We're going to get ready to start for the panel. Everybody, please grab your seat. We're almost at the end of everything. We got the music video. Some of you guys have actually seen. How many of you guys actually watched the music video? How many of you guys watched it? All right, we're good company. Do make sure, if you're not familiar, as you should be familiar, make sure you go follow Kibra. It's Kibra Music on Instagram. And also, follow me too, Mr_activated on Instagram. Show me some love. Chief. You don't want me to put you on the spot, please. If you don't mind, please have a seat. We're getting ready to start. If you're standing up, you're holding up the program, have a seat. We're going to start. Because we have some beautiful panelists that are waiting. Are we ready? When I said black is, you said beautiful. Black is?
Beautiful.
Black is?
Beautiful.
All right, with no further ado, you already know what she said. Let me reintroduce you again and make some noise for Kibra.
Let's get to the nitty gritty. I'd like to invite to the stage Shaniqua Phillips, as Randall J. Come through. Oh no, there's a delay. Okay. Maybe I should mute those. Adam, Lily, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Lovely, lovely. Okay, so they can. Kalila? Hey, boo.
I'll be right back.
How's everybody doing? Are you ready to take in this discussion? You know you're going to
Let me see what I'm playing off of. Sorry, I don't have my phone. Where's the settings? Or Bluetooth?
Everybody feeling? Actually, yes. You sound good. How does everybody
Off of Wi-Fi and
You know what? I am going to make an executive decision here. To start with the first question, and you can chime in once you two are finished. And so I want my two panelists here present with me to introduce yourselves. And listen, flex, okay? Y'all got a lot to flex about, so flex. Let the people know who you are.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shaniqua Phillips. I am, at the moment, I am the program manager for Black in Motion, for our Black Peer Education Network program. I would say creative. I'm still trying to serve, but I do
Don't I know it?
Yeah, I feel like
So I'm just gonna check in quickly. Are they okay? Okay. Eden, Lily, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, we can.
Lovely. Okay, so Lily, would you like to go first and introduce yourself?
Yep, my pleasure. Good evening, everyone. Too bad I can't see who's in the audience or panel, but I'll use my imagination. I know you're all beautiful people. My name is Lilia Kabosu, and I'm actually based in Ottawa. I'll go on to Quinn territory, and I'm a program specialist at Shopify. But I also just completed a tenure of serving as the Chief Executive Officer of the Music Business Academy for Africa for 2021. Happy to talk more about it if given the opportunity, but I'll leave things at this for now.
All right, Eden, would you like to go next?
Sure. Thanks for having me. Shout out to Kibra. Your music is amazing. I'm really excited and proud of you. My name is Eden, and I'm the creator of Black Foodie. I love celebrating Black food culture and doing this through amazing content and events. And right now I'm on an assignment in Ottawa, so I wasn't able to join in person, but I watched the music video and it was dope.
The virtual panelists, okay? Like the beautiful people, okay, y'all are this now. But all right, so this next question is from Congo and Chill, one of our sponsors. Congo and Chill. People play it, all right? So, first song. What is your favorite song on repeat right now? Don't feel pressured. Don't feel pressured to say mine. Any other song but Kimberly. Go ahead. Got your eyes on me. Eyes on me. You feel that? Hey. Banger. Everything's done. I know. I couldn't answer this either. Me and Randall are both Virgo, and we talk about this all the time. Like, y'all. You know what? It's okay. Eden. Yeah. All right. Eden, do you have a song that you have on repeat right now?
Whoops, I muted myself. A song that I have on repeat right now is, oh man, there's so many, but Jasmine Sullivan, Masterpiece. Oh, thank you.
She went there. Should have won album of the year, R&B album of the year, but I digress. All right, Lily.
My favorite song right now is Dave's Lazarus featuring Boj. Don't know if you've heard it, but I've been playing it back to back for weeks.
Lovely. I love all the music So, next question. How have your cultural roots inspired your creative output or outputs and careers? Who wants to go first? Y'all can pick.
Years ago, it wasn't so cool to speak out here. I was people would love me, fun of, and so forth. But now, like I think about it sometimes. Essentially,
Can we just listen? Let's just listen, y'all.
I think about it sometimes. I think about it really. We don't lose sight of where we come from. So I think it's my heart to speak about legacy and ancestry. If we choose to. And so it's important that we continue to create legacy, build a legacy. So for me, I have always been aware of all my roots. Now I that all at once, right? I use one side of the country more than the other. So for me, like I've always had an interest in African words. So I've always, and with being connected to these spaces, these reflections of how have people reformed, how are themselves, and the land, because I'm interested in art, I'm interested in construction, I'm interested in environmental sustainability, and I just feel like when we're engaged with the concept of art, all of these things and also in knowing the knowing the colonial influences that have also that's also another added a lot of things that we have come, a lot of beauty that we know day by day to support giving us more boundaries to actually really
Would you like to go? You're muted, Edna.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
So how have your cultural roots inspired your creative output or outputs and careers?
So for me, because I'm in the food content space, I really was interested in being able to showcase the foods that I grew up on and teach people some of like the history behind it and the customs behind it and just make it exciting and fun. Um, and it was really important to me because I felt like it was this missing link, that there were a lot of young people out in the diaspora that didn't know how to create this or didn't have that connection anymore to their grandmothers or their aunties. And this is like in my eyes, a way, like a bridge to that. So I think that's how my culture affected the way I look at my creative adventures and all that stuff. But also like gave me like this kind of like responsibility. Like I knew I had to represent it well because you know, so many times our voices were not heard. So when we do get that shot, it's important that we actually showcase it in a positive light.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And you do it very well, bro. You do it very well.
Thank you.
Everything looks yummy. Y'all gotta check out Black Foodie, okay? One of the
Thank
biggest
you.
Black food platforms. Y'all need to check her out, man. Get some recipes under in your recipe books. So Lily, would you like to go next?
Sure. First of all, I'm Nigerian and I'm from Edo State. So to add on to that, I think my parents are also from different tribes. So there's definitely that influence of having that early exposure to different aspects of my culture. And I would say a lot of the things that we sometimes take for granted often have very deep meanings. So, you know, when you hear parables in your dialect, it's not quite as literal as some English idioms and things like that. So there's a lot of richness with words, sentences, even sounds, drum patterns, and you know, in general, rhythm, and so many elements of our day-to-day life. And then when you think about social gatherings, music plays such a huge role. And in oral storytelling traditions, you know, there are lots of songs that you sing along, and it contributes to the richness of the story and the delivery of the message. So I think from that perspective, there's a strong influence in me being musically aware and having an interest in music, both creatively and business wise. And I'd say that's just one aspect. But the other really is in a country, Nigeria, that is so diverse and rich in culture, there are very few things that unites people and make them speak the same language. And music is one of those things.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for that. This next one I'm gonna ask, double question. As all of us have kind of recently, or in the past few years at least, have been back to the continent, to Africa. If you don't mind quickly sharing your experience while you were there and letting us know some of the creative things that you did out there, whether it be content building, photo shoots, community building, all of that. Let us know what you're working on back in the motherland and how that was and how it came to be and all of that. And where? And where? Never be serious about it. Y'all know. And
you know, I was able to like briefly, I was able to a lot, it was a lot to take in, particularly with so like yeah, it was just in so many different ways with all of those things around me because it was like I was really for a long time. We think about traveling shaped, we there can be and there's that beauty that won't without the fact of colonization and all of that. So with all the beauty and all the our country's role keep that there, you know. Keep it I made it. I explored a lot. I this time I was very dedicated to travel, you know, just it just allowed me to open up where people are living, yeah, the balance is the balance. And it just helped me to feel being able to see what's happening there.
We all were there, yeah. I got a rental apartment right in mine. We're neighbors. Neighbors. She's a man. Big shout out to her. I'm gonna quickly interject before I let Eden and before I let Eden and Lily go, but I feel like I have an interesting dynamic here where I think I'm the only one who didn't go to my own home country in my last experience, and so I also like I was saying, it's weird because as much as I wasn't in my own country, I was able to produce and it kind of just really goes to show just how much we're able to push boundaries and how these boundaries are very fictitious. And just like if you understand the assignment, you can get it regardless of how you identify, right? I mean, I say that, but but I was really I've been trying to create this song with like a song that was inspired by East African sounds for a very long time. And it honestly did not come together until I met this engineer. I'm so thankful that I was able to just kind of in a way symbolically promote Pan-Africanism and just bridge that gap, you know? So with that being said, Eden, if you'd like to go next.
Sure. So my last trip to Ethiopia was in like near the end of 2019, and it was so inspiring. It's such a beautiful country and it's so diverse. So I got to fly around the country. I actually went to several regions, everywhere except for the area that I have roots in, actually. But it just learning about the food, learning about the different customs, learning about the different religions even too, because there was often, I only knew what I knew, and there's so many different languages and so many different food traditions, and more than just injera. You know, I didn't know that until I went on the road. But it really did inspire me to like learn more and to dive deeper and to cook more and try new ways of using ingredients and to like showcase these stories, because so many people who watch the videos had more questions, or they were eager to go and said like they never saw this side. It is bittersweet because at this moment there's literally like no way that I could go back to the country. So now when I talk about food, it's especially about Ethiopian food, it's to raise awareness and to talk about what's going on in the country, and you know, the genocide happening in Tigray and the violence happening in other parts of the country. So for me, I feel like there's a responsibility to tell the ugly parts, you know, to not just try to make everything look pretty, and you know, talk about difficult things on in my recipe videos and in like the posts that I make. So I think definitely my trip to Ethiopia just inspired me to do more and to, you know, to get more connected with my roots.
Absolutely. And I honestly, I watched those vlogs and that's so incredible, so
Thank you.
inspiring. I can't wait to go back. Thank you. Thank you for doing that and taking us on that journey with you. And I think you and Shamiko both raised good points in terms of understanding that the continent is beautiful and the continent is full of opportunity. But as responsible human beings in the diaspora, we need to acknowledge some of the things that are going on back home and really not be naive to it. And if we're going to take the pretty, we also need to take the ugly and understand what that comes with, you know? We don't want to repeat habits of like colonizers and what they do. So again, just be mindful while traveling, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But Lily, if you can just kind of touch on your last experience in the motherland, that'd be great.
Yeah, so the last time I was in Nigeria was 2018, which is, I'd say, pretty distant. And I remember, you know, I did an internship in a co-working space because I just wanted any opportunity to connect with new people, especially like creative people who were building stuff. And I hung out there for quite a bit, just a couple hours during the week. And for me, it was just a good way to feel the pulse of the people. I think our environment plays a huge role in our, not just our mindsets, but our approach towards creating anything to start with. And it was just interesting to see the hunger and the passion and just the attitude towards building things and creating solutions to things, especially when it has to be creative. And it's not just from a place of privilege, but from a place of need where some people are doing these things because that is the only way they can survive. And then on the flip side, when I was looking to participate in some social activities, you know, specifically, I think there was an underground music show I was trying to attend. It's called The Basement Gig. I remember being super excited to check it out. I was looking forward to one of the artists there, Tenny, who is also getting quite big then, much bigger now, just in terms of her brand. And I was really looking forward to the performance. I was looking forward to seeing some of the emerging artists who will be there. And I remember all the challenges with getting to that event. And eventually, when I got there, it didn't start on time and, you know, some troubles. And in fact, I ended up leaving before the main acts emerged. And for me, it was like, how can we make the music industry more accessible? Because there are just so many barriers to participate, and especially for women too, when you think about the security situation or you think about traffic and just so many infrastructural issues that literally prevent you from interacting with this industry and building this industry. So those are some perspectives I took away leaving, and I'm quite happy that at the point I'm at, I've been able to think through some of those challenges and think with like-minded individuals who are both on ground and across the diaspora who are actively thinking about how we can tackle those issues and truly create an informed workforce in the industry, but also create accessibility for those who want to participate.
All right, so this next question, I'm about to look back this song. So, the meaning behind the hook of the song is really, again, just encouraging people to live their lives unapologetically, live truly how you want to live, and just understanding that by doing this, it's a form of resistance, right? It's not, activism doesn't have to be standing in the front lines with a poster and saying, oh, like, it doesn't just have to be that, right? And so taking care of yourself, expressing yourself, all of these things are forms of resistance, right? And so I want to ask y'all, what are things that you do that liberate you and that free you to be who you want to be, and kind of, again, like really ground you and connect you to who you are and your roots and your ancestry and all of that.
What frees me the most is me, myself, and no matter what, even if it makes me uncomfortable watching something, just because of the fact that the way that this dish, the way that this stuff is set up, the way that those people, I right, bigger, just art. I think that it's not supposed to be woman. I'm all the things that it's not supposed to be, right? So that's it. like F it all because like and it just it was just an epiphany that I had one day where I'm like, you know, I grew up having a lot of securities and disability and stuff. And I was like, it don't matter what I do. I have to swim on as a problem. My hair's short. My hair's short as a problem. My hair's long as a problem. But it don't matter. So I might as well be myself. Whatever hair color I want to put on, I do. Whatever clothing I want to wear, it's my size, I'm gonna wear it. Whatever it is, I'm going to whatever it is that I can do to express myself and take charge of what it is that I want to recently created style, law relations, and all that kind of stuff. That's what vision is. It doesn't matter what I have to, beyond anything else, I have to explain. And even with all the variations of things I just said, I feel about myself or I'm a very, very strong believer in sharing my story. Right? I feel like that's a calling that when I have done so, I've had a ton like that, I felt really from that. Or youth that I've worked with before that come back to me affirm that what I'm doing and sharing my story, what I'm doing and open about what it is that I've experienced and how is received and helps people to move forward. So for me, what makes me like feel afraid. Doing like
That's a bar. Do it afraid. It's okay to be scared. Just do it regardless. Okay? Just do it regardless. It's something that we need to acknowledge as valid. And don't let anybody say you can't be scared. Because things are scary. Things are very scary. Putting the show together was scary for me. And I'm so happy that I pushed through and still did it because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that. So again, yes, that was a bar.
yeah, I have one more.
That was that.
I got
Go
one
ahead.
more bar. Yeah, do it afraid, do it uncomfortable, do it in all of your innovations. And like every step, whether big or
I'm so sorry. I have two guests that are leaving right now. I just wanted to give them a thank you to Spagarios and Michael, if you can come to the stage quickly. Please, come. I just want to give them a huge thank you, Michael. Michael is one of the community leaders of the Airstream community. I'm so sorry. Never gotten this beautiful Elvis in the video if you watched it, and I just really want to thank you so much for this ongoing partnership. I'm so humbled that you were willing to help me with this project and just be so open with your community. I can't wait to join y'all for your seniors group workout and all of that. Okay, I'm gonna be there. Thank you so much for coming. Have a good night.
yeah, last thing I'll say is that every stumble or every time you may fall, whatever, no matter what it is, like take whatever steps you need to is and just do it. Like take that little thing. When you're supposed to be doing a lot of art and creativity,
all of us will go through adversity at some point in our life. And it's a matter of understanding something that is inevitable. Understanding is how much money you have, it's adversity. Because it's inevitable. It doesn't matter how you do it. So when you think of a seed has a potential to bring its name. When you take a seed and you plant it into the garden, into the soil, when it roots itself in that soil, it eventually kind of finds you're like those seeds we'll be very into in our own darkness. Sometimes we'll be very into challenges, but we have to break because the potential inside of us has to be broken in order for us to actually move itself. So I think about that resistance and what I find happiness, I guess, or joy in overcoming adversity, finding beauty of challenge, beauty of struggle that I go through. Because you take a rock, and any rock can turn into a golden opportunity. That's kind of my concept. The meditation, basketball, poetry, service. I love serving.
You can put people, editing people first. It's a little bit short on time, so let us know. Edit. All right, so Lily, are you there?
Yes, I am. Sorry, what was your question? I can't hear you.
Okay, so just our way, what are things that free you and liberate you, that you do that also just connect you to your roots and all that?
Sorry, could you repeat that, please?
What are things that you do that liberate you and free you, and allow you to kind of create in a way that connects you to your roots?
I'd say I try not to lose focus on the constants. I think a lot of times there are always variables that are fixed. Some are, so, well, I mean, they're fixed things and then they're variable, in the sense that, you know, someone can take away your degree physically, but they can't take away the education you've attained, or someone could take away your car, but they don't take away your skills for driving. And I think creating anything too, there are certain things that people can take away from you, be it like hardware, software, but they can't take away that passion, they can't take away that ability or the work ethic you put in to develop certain skills. So for me, when I want to feel liberated, when I want to feel free, then I try to disconnect myself from the things that people can take away, the things that circumstances can take away, and then I focus on what has always, you know, been mine per se. And sometimes it means going back to basics, or, you know, doing the smallest sort of activities. And just from those small moments, they really just remind me of, like, you know, who I am, what I'm trying to achieve. And I feel like there's a weight lifted off my shoulders, because in those scenarios, you're not performing, you're just leaving as you know it.
Last question. We got one more question. So this last question is, what is one thing you could recommend to anyone traveling to the continent? And just kind of some advice you could give. So again, we're not repeating colonial patterns of kind of exploiting the continent, and just kind of doing like the exploitation sort of thing going on. So let's hear your take. Go ahead.
Right? So it's like learning all that has to be about a partner, or it has to be about like whatever. So it's like go there with the idea that is available, like be open to learn, and not just like go and take, right? That is what is the colonial right? If we're trying to we have to go and that we're going to go and learn more, much more than we think we're going to be able to teach. If you're engaging with people and you like their pictures and you like right? And that's my own take on my own take. I did a photo shoot, like this was some professional and I would think, oh, let me go find like big number one top you know, like if I think that if we can't do that here or in our home town, don't do it there. And then also, like obviously, what if another decolonizing way of work like afford maybe something that you can exchange, you know, energy or work for talent so that they are able to benefit as well, right? So that is also like if you have that exchange is also giving them opportunity to expand or to add so on and so forth, right? So if we're entering the content totally fine. That would really encourage, like I would really encourage them to go through the open minds and speaking what you want to expect to actually teach. That's one thing that I can say really
whatever mindset they have around it. Other than richness and wealth, I think it's best to approach it and be that here and we all investigate and think that Africa is less than I think it's again, how do you go back and serve it's not about how you go back and take and bring back. It's not like replenish before back. Also, I guess the main thing
Lily? Lily, did you want to say something on that?
Sorry, could you repeat the prompt?
So what is one thing you would recommend to anyone who would like to travel to the motherland and just create in a way that isn't exploitative?
I think humility, just understanding that in certain areas you might have more access to, research and just like in the internet, and there are certain things, there are certain advantages that's been in the West provide. And I think that if you don't take a humble approach, you could go back thinking you're going there to help others. Well, in reality, it's quite the opposite, because you're more likely to be impacted by that experience in a positive way than the impact you will even create, because there are just so many blessings in the motherland. So I'd say, be humble in the way that you seek knowledge, in the way that you express your own knowledge you've attained over time, and your willingness to learn through untraditional means. I think a lot of times we're used to having certain structures that, have made us believe that we have to learn in a certain way, or we have to practice art in a certain way and do things in a certain way. And then when you go back home, you could literally see the opposite of that. And our role is not to say, no, this is how it should be done. It's to listen, it's to learn, it's to, share our own considerations and perspectives, not from a place of feeling like we're better than anybody else, but from a place of actually being curious to see how they feel about it, and you know what that could mean, and what really could come out of that interaction, not just in that moment, but even long term, and how those kind of interactions impact people when you leave. Because sometimes we have good ideas to take back, but they're not even sustainable. So overall, I'd say approaching everything with humility, but in exchange also, you know, being.
Last question, but I just want to quickly add in there. Okay, go for it. Sorry, Lily, we can't. No, I agree with all of you. I think, I remember when I was a little girl traveling to Ethiopia for the first time, and I was absolutely like, Mommy, I don't want to go. What are we gonna do in Africa? Like, what is he not? Like, I was not here for it. I was only supposed to stay for like 3 weeks. I ended up staying for 3 months. I kept begging to stay. Month after month, I was like, I was just completely shocked at how much I loved, at how much I loved it there. And I think, in as much as I'm saying that, there are certain ways in which we can glamorize the continent, which can be problematic. But I feel like within my own experience in like the travel to Ghana this past couple of years, that I took away, or I learned so much more than I could have ever imagined. And I feel like I was really able to get to know myself. I mean, here I'm with my mom, I'm with my friends, it's very familiar territory. I've lived on the same block my entire life, and being able to go there and just really even just be with myself and just be in warmth and just being able to really feel all the things I feel and to see the things that I saw and to understand how naive we can be out here and just really understanding that like just really feeling indebted. Like I never feel like whenever I go to the continent, I don't feel like I'm bringing all of these things. Like here you go, people. Like I'm very much humbled to be there, and I want to be a part of the growth. I see the issues, and I'm aware of them, and I'm very vocal about them. I want to be a part of the solution because I see all of the potential in the continent, and because I love it so much. And so, for me, I think my one piece of advice would just be to go with like an open mind, to be a student, to unlearn certain things. I had to unlearn so many things in order for me to just survive out there. And so just really just taking a back seat, allowing yourself to look within, look without, and yeah, just being mindful. I just feel like as a traveler, you gotta start with these views. Be mindful, be safe, and yeah, be a student. So that's the end of the panel. I just wanted to open the floor quickly. If anyone had any questions to ask? Anyone? No? No questions? Y'all just trying to turn up, huh? Y'all trying to turn up. Okay, I'll hold you all. All right. Thank you so much to my panelists for the day. Unfortunately, Lily for being here and sharing such insightful and just honestly, I've even learned. I know all your stories, and yet I even hear them. You know, so I'm just so thankful that you were able to share this event with me and be here. And I hope everyone here got to take away something as well. Yeah, who has the mic to activate over here?
Listen up, I need you guys to make some noise one time for all of our panelists. Make some noise. How you guys feeling? That was a lot, right? I feel like you just got a full 3-course meal. We got a lot of things. And this is amazing. Pick up Shanique, Coach Brandell, all the panelists joining us virtually. Here's the thing, right? When we think about the content, we talk about it. I myself, I'm from a country that's not very popular. A lot of people don't know where I'm from. I single-handedly took that quest. I'm gonna put my country on the map. If this is the last thing I do. So I went back in 2019, first ever, I shot a vlog series speaking about and showing different side of our beautiful homeland, which is Niger. So if you're curious, you go on YouTube, it's Activated Podcast, you go watch. So 2019.